I came back from work. I parked my car and then noticed my wife waiting for me. I got out of the car, holding hands. We entered the house. She took a seat on the couch. I bought some glasses. My wife grabbed my hand. I was happy. We talked. As she spoke, I was amazed. She knew so many things. We held hands. We kissed. Then I got a message on my cell phone. It was my wife, telling me she had to stay overtime at work and she'll get home in 3 hours. I got on my feet and stood there confused. My wife, like being, asked me what was wrong. I made the mistake of telling her about the message I got. At that moment, her eyes turned fully black, with no pupils. She jumped on her feet. I ran. A light bulb exploded. I kept running. She approached me. I hid in the bathroom. I could hear that thing roar and pound on the door. The door handle was moving rapidly. The door was shaking very violently. I squeezed myself through the bathroom window and jumped into the courtyard. I made a run for it to the car. I entered it. My wife appeared with a huge kitchen knife. I backed off and ran her through. I smashed the vehicle into the gate, but failed to break it. The monster was approaching. The car didn't move anymore. No more gas. I blocked the car doors. The fake wife began hitting the car while roaring and hissing. I realized I had to stop her before my real wife got home, or else that thing might harm her. I got out of the car. I pushed the monster aside and made a run to the basement, where I held my shotgun. I got there. The enemy arrived. Its body is twisted in inhumane ways. I fired the weapon. Again. The woman crawled backward on the wall and onto the ceiling. I fired my shotgun, but she turned into multiple shadows that began to spread all over the walls. I ran to the house and grabbed a Bible. I began reading from it and praying. Shadows moved across the wall, forming terrible shapes. The lights flickered. The chairs and the table were moving back and forth. The shadows converged into the room to form the same entity that looked like my wife. I kept praying. Suddenly, the entity turned into a giant shadow that flew right through the window. I did it. I was now safe. My real wife arrived. I told her everything. She hugged me. I told her how scared I was, and that I was so glad it was all over. Who said it was over? Asked my wife. Then her eyes turned fully black and she laughed, but not in a way a human ever could. I ran again. Another wife arrived, the real one. The fake one made 2 knives float into her hands. I grabbed the shotgun. My wife grabbed it and told me to lure it to the mirror upstairs. The thing followed me. I was cut by her knives, which she wielded like an ancient warrior. Me and my wife prayed. I fired the weapon, each shot driving her closer to the mirror. The mirror absorbed the entity, and my real wife quickly covered it. We hugged. From then on, that mirror will always stay covered, and we tried to avoid getting close to it.